Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Babylon 5. This is season 2. This is episode 22 and this is the final episode of this season. This episode is called The Fall of Night, and every time it's only happened twice, but every time I get to a season finale of this show, I genuinely start to get scared and my heart beats so quickly because I do not know what is going to happen. And we've seen a side of Kosh last episode as well, where he's kind of like, I don't know if Delen's the right person to kind of help in this fight that's coming. And I'm just like, Delen is the best person to help in this fight coming because she's Delen. She's just phenomenal. And to question her loyalty, her cause, for me was just something that I never expected Kosh to do. Kosh is an interesting guy because we've seen with these little lessons with John, he shows him like moments of beauty, but then we see that's amazing, but then we see that side of him like we saw last side where he was like, yeah, I don't know if you're the right person and I'm going to put you through hell, and he chooses an Inquisitor who just happened to be Jack the Ripper. And it's like, Kosh is like, we learn so little about him that when we do learn something about him, it kind of like blows my mind to know that the Vorlons have been going to Earth for so long and they take these serial killers as Inquisitors because of the cause that they were on, the cause that they believed in, because they believed to be chosen. I think he kept saying, he kept asking Delen, do you think you're the chosen for this? And insane. I'm really looking forward to this, at the same time as being terrified. So let's go.
Sometimes I get so close, and yet it seems I'm shut out of the important things.
It's a useless feeling. The ambassador is definitely going through some changes. He even looks different.
Indeed.
Oh.
And now with the military starting to stampede over everyone and everything.
People coming and going and secret meetings.
You never know what it's all about until later, when it's too late.
They never listen to us. It makes me nervous.
The Centauri have invaded both our territories. They've taken one of our listening posts. They say they have liberated it.
Oh my god.
Here, they are preparing to attack other races, other worlds.
Shit.
Soon, perhaps they even attack you.
It is like appeasement.
Ambassador Malaria, as you requested.
Captain, I will have you know I was in the middle.
What the hell do you think you are doing?
Do not address me in that tone of voice.
He can. He's
I came
the
here out of
captain.
goodwill, because I was
Your
told that
forces
you
are moving in on the Drazi and the Pakmara. You are destabilizing the whole area. Bombing the Narn back to the Stone Age wasn't enough for you.
We are trying to stabilize the region, Captain.
That's not how the Drazi
So
see
the
it.
Drazi call it an invasion.
They are exaggerating. We are merely establishing a presence.
Well, where does that presence end?
Yes.
Tell me that, Ambassador.
Thank you.
Everything is falling apart, and the Centauri are at the center of it all.
Yes.
Can't your people see
Centauri. Center.
that? Can't you see that?
I think he can. He's too deep now, isn't he?
Your authority ends at Babylon 5, Captain. Do not start getting delusions of grandeur. You will not survive them.
Is there any way to get through to him?
Not as long as he's afraid.
As long as he's afraid?
Look into his eyes sometime. Yeah, he can see how fast things are moving. For Lando, it's like being stuck on a wild horse. You don't want to get thrown, so you hang on even harder. He's trapped. So, what do you figure on doing about this?
Well, I made a full report to Earth Dome. They could ignore the problem as long as it was just the Narn and Centauri fighting it.
Now
out.
it's the
other
Drazi.
races getting involved. Sheridan.
We just had an Earth Force ship carrying a VIP come through the gate. It's Frederick Lance from the Ministry of Peace.
On my way.
Every time I close my eyes, all I see are tack displays and firing solutions.
I just wish I knew what's got the captain so rattled.
Maybe it's the ghost.
What ghost?
A couple guys say they saw something in hyperspace coming back from a job in Sector 14. Sounds like they've been sucking down thruster fumes.
Anybody else see it?
No, just them. Said it looked like a cross between a spider and your worst nightmare.
Welcome.
Oh my lord.
This is Mr. Wells, my co-director. He's in charge of the Night Watch program.
Pleasure, Captain. Commander Ivanova.
I want you to set aside an office for me to interview the Centauri ambassador and those of the League of Non-Aligned Worlds whose territory has been infringed.
Already done.
And your car?
As we're here, I'd like to check in on the local members of the Night Watch, if that's all right.
No, it's not a problem.
Come on, I just want to talk.
About what?
The shadow ship?
I don't have to. It was jet black. A shade of black so deep your eye just kind of slides off it. And it shimmered when you looked at it. A spider big as death and twice as ugly. When it flies past, it's like you hear a scream in your mind. I saw it too.
Go on.
I filed a report. When it happened, my systems were blown out, so I couldn't record anything. And there was nobody out there to back me up.
No.
No evidence. I swore I proved something was out there like nothing we've ever seen before.
Oh, dude.
I tried looking for it on my own, but the captain told me to lay off.
Yes, he did. For a reason.
I gotta find it.
Reading one Narn heavy cruiser. She's hailing us.
This is War Leader Nakal.
Hi.
Of the star cruiser Jatok.
If you'll forgive my saying so, I didn't know any Narn heavy cruisers had survived the war.
We were on deep patrol evaluating potential targets. Since then, we have been fighting for our lives. Alone, without reinforcements, we will eventually be hunted down and destroyed. But with the support of others,
Oh.
we may one day help liberate Homeworld.
So they came to John.
To achieve that end, we must remain free, and Babylon 5 is our only hope.
Neutral.
We've expended the last of our energy
They're neutral.
in getting here. We request sanctuary.
I like to know as much as I possibly can about the people I work with, and your record is exemplary. You should be proud.
Well, thank you.
So I was wondering what you thought your next step might be.
Well,
I'm fishing for
time being,
information.
I'm very happy right here. 5 years down the road, I don't know. Maybe running Babylon 5 as the captain decides to move on. Although the idea of captaining a starship has a certain appeal. Why?
Well, the Night Watch is becoming more important back home. We have considerable support within Earthdome. The way you're going, I have every confidence that you'll get that starship within 5 years or so. We could do that for you.
In exchange for?
Your support, your help. Your position here could benefit us as much as we can help you. You have access to certain information, certain reports about the comings and goings of various ships, people, and cargo. Activities which may strike you as potentially dangerous or disloyal. You could be of great service to us.
The ship is holding position on the other side of Epsilon 3, where incoming ships won't see it. Since all outside data comes through here, no one will see it until we want them to.
Oh, thank you, Captain. This is the first good news I've had since the occupation began.
Oh, look at him on CNC.
Will you give them sanctuary?
I can't see any reason why not. I'll formally notify Mr. Lance.
Mr. Lance?
He's here from the Ministry of Peace back home. He's looking into the Centauri problem.
And he didn't mention you.
Ready to take sides?
I sure hope so.
Do you think I could speak to him?
I don't see why not.
I have reports from the others on dock workers consistently late for work, sabotaging efficiency. Several of your lurkers have spoken to reporters about poor conditions here and at home.
This
Two
is getting
more
out of
shop
hand,
owners have
man.
openly criticized presidential decisions. Have you nothing to report?
I guess I haven't been thinking in those terms. I'm not sure I'm really comfortable with it.
Well, let's make it easy for you, shall we? Can you verify the report about the store owner that I mentioned?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I heard him talking. But it's just talk.
That's fine.
Zach!
Yeah, you see, that wasn't so bad.
My sensors picked up a change in local hyperspace when it went by. Left behind a trail of neutrino emissions like nothing I have ever seen before. Sooner or later, you'll find it.
Oh, this is bad as well.
Don't thank me.
What are you
go
up
out looking
to?
for that thing, you're looking for death.
Yes. Bad idea.
Ah, Commander Ivanova, I've been looking for you. I take it this is Mr. Lance.
Yes, how can I help you?
This is Jakar, formerly Ambassador Jakar of the Narn regime.
I understand you've come here to investigate the situation with the Centauri.
Well, yes, within certain guidelines.
If I could speak to you for just 5 minutes.
No, I'm afraid that's not possible at the moment.
But if you'll just...
No, I'm sorry. Maybe later?
What can I do for you?
I've just received some very disturbing reports. I was hoping you could shed some light on them.
Does he know?
I understand you've been conducting fighter exercises all week.
Oh, yeah.
That's correct. We have to keep our squads at peak efficiency.
And I've heard from Mr. Wells that you have been using Centauri combat models.
How did you find
That's not important. Is it true? Have you been teaching your forces to fight the Centauri?
Oh, shit.
Well, with everything that's been going on, it seemed prudent.
No, this must stop at once. This jeopardizes everything. I've contacted Earthdome and they have authorized me to proceed.
Proceed with what?
I'm here to sign a non-aggression treaty with the Centauri. Before I leave here, there will be an Earth-Centauri alliance that will guarantee peace for Earth.
Mr. Wells.
Lady?
I'm sorry I missed the meeting, but there's something you should know.
A non-aggression treaty with the
She's got to
Centauri?
tell him about the Narn shit.
Trying to make nice with a piranha.
All this does is get us out of the way so the Centauri can move in on the other worlds. Earth wants peace and they're willing to sacrifice everybody else in order to get it.
You know, I can remember the first time I put on this uniform. I felt 10 feet tall, like I could take on the whole galaxy before breakfast. Now I look at it, it's just cloth. I don't know what it means anymore, what it stands for.
You know, it's going to be a new year in a little over a week. Maybe 2260 is the year that we redefine it. Which reminds me, Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, whatever.
What is it?
It's shrapnel from the Black Star. I checked with the Earth Force archives. They actually had a few pieces in storage. Took a little doing, but I managed to talk them into giving me one.
Why?
Everyone said it was impossible to take out a Minbari war cruiser.
But he did it.
But you did it. The way things are going, I figured it might be nice to have a reminder that the impossible is possible.
Yes, but John, hide that from Delenn.
Captain Sheridan, I demand to speak with you at once.
What is it now, Ambassador?
I have just been informed that you have been sheltering a non-heavy cruiser. You will turn it and its crew over to us.
You need to get that woman out of C&C.
I'm sorry, Ambassador. Your signal is breaking up. I'll have to call you back.
Captain.
End. Run diagnostic. How the hell did he find out?
Lady in C&C.
He's got people everywhere.
The Centauri know you're here. Can you navigate at all?
Yes, but...
Jump point opening.
Oh my god.
Captain Sheridan.
The Narn warship is under my protection. I have guaranteed the right of free passage. Once its engines are repaired, it will leave Babylon 5 space. After that, it's no business of ours. I've assigned a squad of fighters to escort the cruiser safely out of Babylon 5 space. You tell your cruiser to withdraw at once. If they open fire on any of our fighters, I will respond with deadly force. End.
Oh, look at Londo's face.
Moving to intercept. The weapon system is active, and gun ports are open.
Oh,
We're targeting our
hell.
fighters. Targeting the Narn vessel, Zeta Squadron, and us.